Um, Let me know when to. I'm live. All right, Mr. Fantastic. Well, I am your host. I am your host, the real chef, aka the chef, aka sous chef, aka I got all kinds of names. I feel like doing these podcasts. I believe MrFantaastik is on his way home, so he'll be on his phone, and he will be when he gets home and gets the computer set up. He'll be able to join us more. Oh, there he is, sounding good. You sound good. Hopefully everybody can hear him good. Hope he's coming through good. Can you say something for me again?
This phone cost, it better sound good. Does that sound all right?
I think we're having technical difficulties here. No, the stream's not live.
Okay, yeah, because it's still showing starting soon. So I wasn't sure if it was on my end or your end.
I'm not sure. Can I get a heads up? Are we live? Anybody in the chat? Do you hear us? See us? I'm seeing in chat that I see Resistance is we're hosting Resistance. We're live. Okay. We're good to go.
Okay. We're good to go? All right, cool.
We're good to go, sir. Sounds like you've had a very interesting day with snow and stuff, which is going to be great for tonight's podcast because.
Well, yeah, I live in Northern California where it snows like every couple of years. And when it snows, people lose their minds and people don't show up to work. And then, and it always gets super busy at bars and restaurants.
Yeah, snow, alcohol. What could go wrong? Okay, we're good. All right. Well, I think before we get into any good things tonight, I do feel like that we need to touch base at what happened last week and the big topic with Call of Duty. Again, tonight we're not going to spend a majority of the time talking about Call of Duty. We are going to talk about some different things, but volume up, please. He's on his cell phone, so I will try my best to get him as up as possible if I can. So y'all let me know.
I'm still at work, so there's a lot of background noise. So
okay,
I'll be here for about another 5-10 minutes.
Okay, I think the one topic before we start talking about our crazy stories that I have lined up for us, and I hope y'all enjoy them. Is the cheating that took place. Possibly, we don't know if it was cheating or if the guy's that good, in the big tournament that happened.
Well, here's the thing about that, the whole cheating issue. It was for Twitch rivals, and that was a $250,000 tournament. A $250,000 Warzone tournament. And now, one of the things, I mentioned to you earlier today when we was discussing, I was like, the history of how esports has grown and the multi-billion dollar industry that it is now. The simple fact of the matter is you didn't see controversies like this in CSGO tournaments, Halo tournaments, where Ninja actually got his start. Ninja, the number one Twitch streamer, makes millions of dollars every year just on Twitch alone. He got his start in Halo tournaments, professional Halo tournaments. You didn't see that in Guitar Hero. You didn't see that in CSGO, League of Legends tournaments. They ban people immediately, like IP ban.
We may have lost MrFantaastik right then. I'm going to jump on right what he was talking about. All these other game titles.
Some of the pros.
He's back. Go ahead. You good? I lost you. You came back.
Oh, okay. But I mean, you're seeing a lot of the pros discuss this because these are professional players. These are players like Scump, TP, whether it's Fortnite, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the game. The cheating is an issue. These are people who make their living on gaming. You guys can still hear me, yeah?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, I got you turned up. You're
so
good.
The biggest issue is with Twitch Rivals is it's a failure on Activision's part to not have a proper anti-cheat software implementation for a major tournament where they're giving away $250,000 to the winners. Esports has become a multi-billion-dollar a year industry. I mean, look at what we do. And we're just small fish.
True.
It's, they really.
And we had lost MrFantaastik. I just heard disappeared on Discord. So, I'm up. He's back. He's a ninja. It's the greatest podcast ever. People just underestimate us. MrFantaastik, I'm gonna take over what you're saying right there. In the other titles and games, they have stuff, right? They have things that they implemented in that if there's any kind of tweaking or something that the game can pick up, boom, the players gets automatic banned. And you see that in Counter-Strike. You see that in Fortnite. You see that in all that mess. I am hoping that this one case, right? This one case, and this may have happened before in other tournaments. Says this, it's coming to a head. It was a big time. Again, I've seen now they've talked to the kid. They have talked to him. He says, I wasn't cheating or this and that. Again, it's hard to tell if they're lying or not. That's the part I don't understand. Like, we know when somebody's aimbotting.
Well, here's the issue. CDL has gone to PC this year. And in the CDL Challengers tournaments, there's already been accusations of cheating in the Challenger series over the last 6 weeks. Not in the Pro series, but in the Challenger series. Because it's all PC based now. That's a big thing. That's a big accusation.
It is a big one. I'm just hoping with this incident, right? There was so much on it that maybe the light bulb blew. All right, it's because now you got people who are not going to be playing these tournaments anymore. All right, so there goes your viewership.
Right.
There goes the viewership. People not coming in to see these things. So that right there is going to take a hit right there on people not coming. Okay? So I'm hoping this brings light to it and be like, okay, there is a major problem. Maybe we need to start looking at this. I'm hoping. We're only hoping. We are only hoping.
Correct. I'm right there with you. It's here's another issue that most people aren't even talking about. What about false accusations?
True.
This guy just smoked me. He's got to be hacking.
Yeah, and see that's where there's got to be something, right? There's got to be something.
Right.
All right.
Because the accusations in Twitch Rivals, one of the players, it came right out. They stopped the tournament for hours while they did the investigations. Now, the person who led the charge in terms of these accusations is a professional Call of Duty coach. This man makes hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to coach people how to play Call of Duty, especially Warzone. And it even came up. We're on live stream. The player that was accused gave remote access to somebody else to scour his computer on live stream. Every program, every website, everything that computer has ever done looking for cheats. But that person was disqualified.
Yeah. No money, none of his teammates got money either.
Yeah, but guess what? There was no proof that he was cheating.
True.
That's the thing. So the whole concept of trial by public opinion that's a really touchy subject. I mean, Chef, you and I have joked about this for the last few years. It's anybody better than me has no life. Anybody worse than me is a noob.
True.
Well,
true.
Nowadays, anybody better than me is hacking.
I don't say that too much. I will say there's an instance where I would say, I I don't know about that, right? It's like, let me look at the kill cam, right? There's not, because there's always that thought in the back of my head on some of them, especially when they beam me, right? It's like boom, like where was this guy? Like I never seen him. Like I never seen this person, right?
Right. Well, in my own personal streams, I had an incident while I was on stream where a guy in my multiplayer lobby in Modern Warfare was hacking. He was hacking, and 100%. I mean, it was obvious, and I was on live stream and I recorded it. Most of the incidents of hacking where people can see it and prove it is in Warzone. Yeah. The reason why is Warzone is free to play. And so the only thing you need to do for Warzone is make an email account to make a new account. So if your account gets banned in Warzone, it takes me roughly a minute to 3 minutes to make a new account. And boom, I'm back at it.
But you know something, I see that's where I think is crazy. And one of my stories that I have with people messing with the system is again, this is almost like a cooking story because it involved one of my executive chef's son who played Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. He got into hosting like the XP lobbies, right? Hosting the XP lobbies. And he was doing it for $20 for a certain amount of hours. Right? Making money off of it. So he legit quit high school, right? This was a very big deal when this situation happened, because his mom come to me, who was my boss, and said, "Do you know why I have such and such money in my PayPal account?" I said, and this, and when I mean money, it wasn't a couple $100. It was a couple $1,000.
It was thousands of
dollars, right? So then I was the one she told me to ask, because I play games and I play games with them to kind of figure out, what's going to happen. I said, well, worst case scenario is he'll get console banned, right? So back then in Modern Warfare 2, during the time they were running, they could run it for 8 hours without nobody messing with them. 8 hours. That window started narrowing down because they were tracking them. And we're talking like this happened within months. Warzone has been out a year now, a year and a half, or has it been a year and a half now? We're getting close to it. So, they know this is happening. They know on their end, because if they can track that, right? If they can track them, these people are doing these lobbies, right? And they still are doing it. I mean, they gotta have, I don't know if they still can do a JTAG or on that line, and they're monitoring that big time now, because that was a big thing back in the day, right?
Yeah, modern lobbies, yeah.
And so they were tracking that, and they started console banning, right? Console banning. That means that instead of making a whole new email account, you had to go get a whole new console to get in the game. And then if they IP ban you, you're screwed. If the IP ban you, you ain't getting back on.
Now, like the anti-cheat software for the CSGO has been around for about 10 years now. Now, CSGO is extremely serious. I mean, we're talking millions of dollars every year. Here's the thing. When they ban you, it's a hardware ban or a console ban. They don't ban your IP address. They tried the IP address, the IP ban. So what they started doing is they would have their neighbors, they would start having their neighbors run their internet. So it's a different IP address.
Oh, yeah.
So they started doing hardware bans. Console bans. And at that point, when your console or your PC is bricked because you were cheating, that's all she wrote.
Yeah, because that means you gotta buy a whole new system, and that's not cheap. And that's what they were doing to him. So I'm like, okay, if they were doing that back then, they have to know now, right? That's the crazy part that blows my mind. Like, they have to know. And these guys are, and again, somebody's making money off of it, because the people who's having the mods, right? Somebody's making money off of it. Then it's like, that conspiracy, like, well, they get money off of it, this and that, and they console ban him. But again, if you got money, you can go buy another console. In his case, he did. He bought like 4 or 5 of them, and he was making enough money to buy another one if they did it. Like, he was making profit. It was the craziest thing a 17-year-old child was doing, and did it and figured out on his own how to do it.
He was doing it on the Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And at the time, you can go to a pawn shop and buy an Xbox 360 for $120.
Probably cheaper than that, if you think about it.
Yeah, maybe $80.
I mean,
he didn't really need much.
No. And see, that's what blows my mind with all this thing. But, all right. Man, that's something we could talk about for hours, is the whole cheating thing.
Yes, that is a whole separate topic.
And too much, and Bullet, like you said, too much time on their hands. I mean, by God, way too much time on their hands. All right.
Well, see, with the prize pool, with esports being a multi-billion-dollar a year industry, the cheating is going to happen. The reason why? It's money. People are making money on this. Look at the reverse boosting on YouTubers. These are YouTubers who are making millions of dollars a year. And you know what? Look, I have my own YouTube channel. It's very small, growing it. But if I've got 3 million viewers or 3 million subscribers, and I'm making $1,000 a day on YouTube content, I'd be pumping out videos once, twice a day as well. And reverse boosted lobbies and everything for that gameplay. Yeah. These guys have made millions of dollars for years. And now all of a sudden people have started figuring out exactly what it is, how they're getting it. They're clean to face. However, they've already made the money.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to give it back.
No. No. All right. Ooh, Tony with 100 biddies. Thank you, sir. All right. The next thing we're going to talk about is what you brought up here when I was asking you some questions is esports in a whole. How much it has grown. And I don't even want to, and we don't even got to just focus on COD, just in general on esports. Now, I know for me, back when I first started playing Call of Duty, I went to YouTube, and that's where I found the Frag Cup. And that's where I first found Optic Gaming. And I was like, yo, these guys are...
All right.
I mean, that's old school for me. That was back in the day. There wasn't back then there wasn't LANs yet. I don't think if there was, had to be super small. And for me, being a long time fanboy, or you want to call it a fan, that I have seen it grow into what it has now. I'm not going to, and I hope this don't take that wrong, but I do feel like sometimes COD esports has maybe peaked already. I feel like the peak was during Black Ops 2, but that's just me because I thoroughly esports and Black Ops 2. Oh my! I watched it every tournament. I was locked in on it. It was so much enjoyable to watch.
Check it out. Ninja got his start in Halo.
Oh, yeah.
Nadeshot got his start in Halo.
What's up, Tony? What's up, High Risk?
Halo is the granddaddy of all esports. And then, you know what? Here's one that people overlook all the time. Guitar Hero.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
Guitar Hero tournaments. Oh, my God. Guitar Hero was the first esports organization, the first game to offer $1 million prize to the winner. You know, it was insane.
But you had to be good though. I mean, hitting all them buttons at the same time, I would be lost. Oh man, I was like, I was only like 3 button guy, right? I tried to do like 4, it wasn't happening, right? It wasn't happening for me. I couldn't do it. I wasn't coordinated enough for that. And if I was, if I hit one of those long, I was like, yeah, bringing it down. You know, man.
The first time I ever tried to play Guitar Hero on easy mode, I chose Dragon Force, and I about had a stroke doing this. Getting all my limbs in coordination with this, I was just like, oh no, we're not doing this. So.
But as we look at, if we look how much esports has grown, again, it's not just one game; it's all of it. There's so many games now you can play esports in, which blows my mind so much. I just remember Call of Duty because that's what I was playing at the time. But again, like Madden, Gears of War, Halo was still like it was still there, but it wasn't as big. Booster stats. We'll get to that here in a minute, Bullet. How do you feel about guys who play on someone's gamer tag to boost their stats? Nowadays, I think that's probably going to hurt you with skill-based matchmaking. Like back in the day, Modern Warfare 2, I'm not gonna lie, I struggled to have a 1 KD in my first Call of Duty game. I wanted to have a 1. I had like a 1.98. I remember this day exactly what it was. I had my friend JMO who had over a 2 KD say, "Hey man, can you get me over that mark?" That's why I don't know, but again, boosting my stats just to get me to a 1. But I think
Black Ops 2 was the very first Call of Duty where I had over a 1 KD. And the thing is, it took me months to grind my KD up over a 1. And it was horrible.
Now
Call
back
of Duty, my stats get better.
Now back then, I think it was a little bit different though. Like I don't, to boost your stats, like that's just if you're trying to say you're good, right? Back in the day. Right. Now, if you want to boost your stats, and pretty much like any game, like I don't know what game still has skill-based matchmaking.
It would destroy you.
It'll hurt you. It'll hurt you because again, they can boost your stats.
The last 2 years, it's been reverse boosting.
Yeah, so it's. I think back in the day, it didn't matter if they boost your stuff.
Right.
Again, like I don't play Destiny. I don't know.
The matchmaking was based on ping, and then like in Black Ops 2, there was skill-based matchmaking in it. However, it was based on location, your ping, and then there was lobby matchmaking. So if it's like, for example, Chef, you and I in a lobby in Black Ops 2, you would be on one team, I would be on the other, and then the next highest score per minute or KD it would alternate back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It was that simple, and it worked.
Yeah.
There was, it's this shit here where it's, you play 5 games and then the next thing you know, they're like, okay, well, I mean, I've even done it on my own personal streams. I did it on a team stream just the other day where I was like, okay, well, my next few games are about to be trash because I'm about to get destroyed. I feel that they have toned it down a little bit, though.
When Bullet was saying other games like Destiny, now I haven't played much, hardly ever played Destiny, but I do not have multiplayer, and I have played it 1 or 2 times. Again, if I'm gonna let my friend get on my account and boost my stats, I feel like at the end of the day, it's gonna hurt me. Like I know my brother right now was in the Rocket League, but the skill based matchmaking or the rank system they have in Rocket League is good for that league because it keeps track of you. And like he's all about grinding out to get the platinum or platinum 3 or
100%, just like Rainbow Six Siege.
It's like there's and the games that are doing well in the skill based matchmaking, they have a good ranking system. Now I think if you start getting into BRs and stuff like that, that's when it's like all chaos. It's like because if you played Fortnite like I did, and like me, Kraken, TC, and all of us that we played, Bullet with the 300 biddies. When we would play that game so hard, and I remember playing with Osprey, like you could tell the shift was changing. Like they had to put some type of skill based in at the beginning, because when the building got crazy and other stuff got crazy, it just got where you knew if you were in a good lobby or not right off the bat. Then towards the end, it kind of shifted. It kind of shifted where, these boys are good. You could see that. But at the time, I was fine with that because the game was so fresh. It was fun. I'm trying to get better. It was a good thing. All these other games I feel like have a good thing. I think Fortnite kind of got a little bit crazy with the skill-based matchmaking with the higher tier players. Every game was, you better buckle up and bring it, son, because this ain't no. I'm trying to win.
That's the thing. Up until when Activision decided to shut it all down, and make everybody's API, make all the APIs private. There was actually a website called SBMM or Warzone SBMM.com, where you could put in your name and you can pull up your last bunch of matches of Warzone, and you can see if you were in a bronze lobby, a silver lobby, a diamond lobby, or a platinum lobby.
I've heard of that.
Yeah, well, you can't do that anymore.
Yeah, I've seen people post that on Twitter before too, like, "Oh, I was in a good lobby."
Right, and see, to me, that's an issue. Look, I'm all for. Look, put me against people my skill level or whatever. That's fine, but for the love of God, it's the swings that are horrible.
Yeah, it could be.
Like. I'll have 4 or 5 games where it's I am the greatest player alive, and then
you get a reality check.
4 or 5 games where it's like, have you seen my baseball?
Yeah, it gives you a reality check, I think all of us have felt that. I know I have personally, especially in Modern Warfare.
Yeah,
and again, that's fine because again, as I'm getting older in age. I don't play games as long as I used to anymore, and I think that means because my attention span is slowly dwindling on playing games for a long period of time. These younger kids, though, and since I teach high school, I mean, these boys and girls will play these games for hours, right? So it's almost like programming them to be like, I'm talking full-blown right off the bat, right? It's again... It may be a good thing, may be a bad thing. We won't. It's still too early to call, I feel like.
Well, here's my thing about that topic. The quality of the games now isn't what it used to be. Now it's about the microtransactions.
Oh, true. I mean, yeah.
So these kids don't understand how old school games were far superior. Oh.
I mean, yeah.
I actually just got home. I'm firing up my PC, so I'll be jumping over to PC here in just a moment.
All right, fire it up. I'm gonna talk about esports here. So we won't go down different. We won't go down a crazy rabbit hole. We're going back to esports. As a whole, it has grown. I've caught myself watching not only COD esports, Smite World Championships. The Dreamcast tournaments for Smite. I've dabbled in watching Rainbow Six Siege tournaments. And looking how much it grows. I've even watched a Dota championship, and the amount of people and the amount of money that it gets revenued in blows my mind off playing a video game. So how much it brings in, and not the fact that since I teach now, that there are some colleges are having esports teams for some of these games because they realize
UCLA actually has a esports program.
Yeah, some colleges are pushing that, are going like because they're starting to see that could bring in some kids into their school if they have a good one. We try to bring in the best we can to the school, which I think is good. It gives kids that option in their life. Hey, mom, dad, I'm really good at video games. I could possibly make a career out of this. It's a tough one now. It's going back in the day. We're like, yeah, I want to be a football player or a basketball player. You have to really look at yourself in the mirror and say, am I capable of staying at this higher level for all? And can I stay here and compete with these teams? That's why I think how much esports has grown. It has grown so much. There's so many more players like that now. Our esports has grown so much. And again, I look at COD, right? I look at COD. The first big one, was a Call of Duty Elite tournament. For $1 million in Modern Warfare 3, I was hooked, buddy. I was like, oh man, this is the greatest thing besides peanut butter and jelly. I was just like, man, I was hooked. It was awesome. And then you start looking at the other games. Madden, I mean, both some of them players are dirty in Madden. I don't even want to play them types of players. NBA 2K has where you got 5 people on your team playing against 5 other people. It blows my mind. Not to mention Fortnite. Fortnite there for a while, them players were making bank if they could perform well in some of these tournaments. It's crazy how much, because me and you are old timers. I don't know. No, we're not talking about cheating and man. We're talking about esports, Bullet.
Right.
Back in the day, if we told people, yeah, I play video games and I make money, me at 27 years old, they'd be like, yeah, yeah, right. Yeah, really? Do you make that kind of, like, it was like, oh, nothing. But nowadays in 2021, that's a career. That is something you could do as a career in joining esports. And look, and here's another thing I didn't think about. You got people who edit videos, people who do the digital design, people that do the camera work. I mean, that's them are job. Like, it blows my mind on how much esports itself has grown, and I've been able to watch it from the beginning. Not per se partake in it, but just watch it. As a person watching on TV or the computer, on how much esports has grown. I mean, it just
100%.
It really blows my mind on how much it has grown. It is unbelievable.
Okay, I'm switching to my PC. I'll be right back.
Okay. It really, it really does blow my mind on how much it has grown. And again, like I grew up watching Call of Duty first, and watching the Anaheim. I think I said it right. God, I'm awful. The tournaments and the one in Greensboro that was near my house. I was like, man, this would be cool to go see these guys go play in this. Like, see these guys play, professionals in video games. It blows my mind. Like, you're looking at them like an NBA player or your favorite MLB player or NFL player. It's just like, yo, bro, this is crazy. And I know we got some people in TGBG that have played on LANs. And I think the closest thing I've ever played in LAN, okay, I'm going to shine here, at GameStop, bro. They had a GameStop tournament. I had to go in there and slap some kids around. You know what I'm trying to say? That's the most experience I've ever had at playing LAN. It's and to see it now and the lights and the stage and all that, man, it has grown to something that is a big time thing now. And it's becoming a reality for a lot of these people. And you factor on the streaming and, Instagram and all these crazy things. It is crazy to see how much esports has grown in all these games. All these games, it has much it has grown. I think it's awesome. I think it is awesome. If you look at it like, man, will it ever take over some of these bigger sports? I don't think so. I don't know if, I'm not saying it won't, but it could. But it will take a while for something like that to happen. Let me get a sound check on you real quick, MrFantaastik.
All right, here we go. I'm pretty sure I got it right now.
Yeah, you sound good. How about I feel about it being on ESPN? The only issue I have with esports being on ESPN is the what do you call them people that be on ESPN show? What do you call them people? Broadcasters or
They're broadcasters.
I don't know if they know anything about it, so I feel like they would put it down. Like, look how much Ninja got picked on, right? Or when Nate Shot got picked on because he was making millions of dollars playing video. Like, to me, they kind of picked on him. So I look at him like, dude, these people just don't know on how big of an audience these are, because I'm sure like everybody in here at some point, whether what game you're playing, if you want to get better, you go find these people on YouTube or you watch their streams and you watch them. You watch them to see how you get better. Now, if we look at that at sports-wise, I can watch Michael Jordan, LeBron James, all these NBA players do a layup, shoot threes. Yes, I will get better over time. Right, over time, but it's going to take a lot. Right?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to take a lot. NFL, the same thing. I will never be able to throw 40-yard football touchdown pass, ever. I don't have any.
That's the thing about esports.
But I tell you this, I can YY 360 know somebody from across the map.
Exactly.
Bam!
The thing. Esports, anybody can do it, whether you're 18 or 80.
Yeah, that's
what I'm saying?
That's the part what makes the game important. So I'm worried if ESPN or something like that gets involved, that they won't know how to talk about it, right? They won't know how to talk about it. Again, they'll have to go get people who can talk about it, I would hope. But, like, it's not...
They would have to get, like, Courage or Nameless.
Dr. Lupo, like somebody. They'll have to get somebody because it's going to be well over their head. Calamity, I don't need you to show off, player. As you can see me, I'm a big guy. I'm a big guy here.
You're a young man here. Here we go.
Okay.
So,
I'm a big man. I played on the line, son. I move people. That's awesome, though.
Obviously, Chef, if you check out Discord, I have got my camera live, so...
all right, well, if I do that, give me a second. Hear me work my magic.
I just spilled hot coffee on my crotch.
Okay. We're gonna try to get MrFantaastik. I'm working on that for a second. But Calamity, but think about that though. You can throw a 65-yard touchdown. I mean, you can throw a 65-yard football, right? I can't. It's not gonna happen at all, right? I do play golf, right? I can smash the ball a good little ways, but whenever I watch the big guys on TV on the PGA Tour, I know for a fact that I will never be able to hit some of those shots some guys hit. But on Tiger Woods' PGA Tour, buddy, you best believe I'm hitting some of them shots. That's what's cool about video games and it coming into esports, as you can show off what you can do. I guess if you want to say that,
never underestimate the power of the controller.
Or mouse and keyboard, right? It's just
correct.
Just like the dragon, baby. All right, let me see if I can work my magic here and get your face cam on here.
All right, it should be there. I did a virtual
let's remove this. You're good. I just got to do some odd and end stuff here, so just bear with me here.
All right.
You do not have to go live. You can cut that live stream off.
Oh. And?
Cut your live stream off, and where it says video, hit video for me.
I did.
You hit show your... There you go, baby.
Okay. I did an external cam. That was my thing.
We're getting there. We'll try to get MrFantaastik in here now with this.
I'm kind of tech-tarded.
It's okay. We're gonna work through this together. Live. We're doing this live on stream on the podcast. But that's one thing I'm worried about ESPN. I think it'd be awesome if they could, right? That would bring. Oh, Bullet! Hey, girl, I've got kitchen stories. Don't you even worry about it. We gotta talk about gaming because gaming's right there. It's in my heart, girl. It's in my heart. All right, I'm still waiting for your picture to show up.
Yeah, all right, because I actually have my green screen background working and stuff like that, unless I screwed it up.
Let's see here.
I've got it on OBS virtual camera, or just go ahead and put it on this one.
You put it on that one right there. So right now, all I see is your. You need to stop going live. Your live thing's what's ruining it. So just you hit don't share your screen or don't go live no more.
Yeah, let me do this. Yeah, I screwed up. My bad.
In game, just chatting.
I'll get it all figured out.
Episode 5. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. So, Bullet wants us to start talking about kitchen stories. Now I don't know. I don't know what route you want to go on this. But
I'll follow.
I will talk about a kitchen accident that happened in one of my restaurants I used to work at. I'm sure all of us know what a meat slicer is. If you don't know what a meat slicer is, you put the meat on there and you slice the meat down thin. My boss's son at the time wanted to quit school. He wanted to get a job, join the workforce. Okay, that's great. Awesome. On this day, as he's slicing the prime rib for the prime rib sandwich, when he got done, he wanted to clean it. And
no.
On the if you've ever had to clean a meat slicer before, you got to take it apart and you clean it with it unplugged or cut off, right? These are safety things we got to learn as we work in the kitchen. He decides, hey, it's faster if I cut it on and put a wet blade on the rag when they're on the blade part as it's spinning. Again, I'm over here, your boy's over here just doing his job. I'm slicing tomatoes. I can visually remember it in my head. That's how like wow moment was. Okay, as I'm sitting here slicing my tomatoes, his girlfriend walks in the kitchen. I guess he's trying to show off, trying to say like what? He puts his finger on the blade as it's spinning on the smooth side of it. After a while, friction happens, and it will catch. It will catch. I gotta stand up for this. Okay, y'all feel me here? As he's doing this, I'm over here slicing. Shoot! I hear it. We all hear the finger. Like I hear something gets cut. I look over and there's a finger on the floor. The finger, the tip of his finger was off. I'm talking off. I walked and legit, this is my first time seeing what happens when the finger comes off. It does happen. I kind of threw me off where I went, oh my God. I go over there and I pick up the finger. And let me tell you something, kids. I don't know what happened, but I remember this in school. You got to put, if anything cuts off your butt, you got to put it on ice. I remember that. Man, I wasn't a good kid in school, but I remembered it. I go over there. I pick the finger up. I grab just a bag of put ice in it. Put his finger. I said, let's go to your mom right now. Like I remember that, bro. Dude, I remember this shit. Like I'm gonna have to disinfect this whole damn kitchen. No, I put ice first in the finger and then bagged it, bro. I'm gonna remember that the rest of my life. Right? I was like, oh my God. And then just set it back on. So I picked him all day because his finger was permanently like this, like he couldn't ever. Okay, that's just me, but oh man, that was one of my kitchen stories that I'm going to remember the rest of my life. Like I remember that one. Oh God, cut Minecraft on. Give me a second. I hit Minecraft button.
All right. For some reason, why it's not showing my? Oh, why is it not working? Oh, you know what?
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. I got his finger first and put it back. Then I laughed. Right? Then I laughed because I thought it was the most oh my God moment I ever did in my life. I seen in my life. It was just like oh my Jesus. But yeah, if you've ever worked in the kitchen, you got stories. And Calamity, yeah, not the brightest move in the world. Okay, not the brightest move in the world. We do make dumb mistakes. It happens in the kitchen. Okay. One of my other all-time favorite moves is we used to have an avocado melt when I worked at Forest Creek Country Club. Avocado melt, and it was really busy at the time. Golfers were coming in, and we had like other people coming for business meetings in the kitchen. So in the dining room, so I'm busy, and like 4 avocado melts came in. I had an avocado in my hand. Avocado melt, not milk, melt. I'll see the recipe. The avocado is in my hand. You feel me? As I take my chef knife, as I'm looking at videos, you always look at what you're doing, but again, after a while, you get pretty good at things, right? As I'm talking to my boss, and she's like, how are we doing in the kitchen? Are we backed up? I'm like, we're all fine. I missed the whole entire avocado, and I stick the knife in my hand. I'm talking, I missed the whole avocado, and I'm sitting there going, oh, shit. I stabbed myself. And I'm like setting down the apron, my avocado, walking over to the sink, going, "Oh God," And my favorite line, my boss goes, "Oh, you ain't going home. You ain't going nowhere." I'm like, "Yes," and I'm like, "Yes, ma'am." Like I think I'm in trouble, Like I'm sitting here like with a knife in my hand. Oh God.
You know the ticket spikers?
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah, I got a scar on my right hand from that. Yeah, I ran the spiker through my hand. It was stupid busy. The servers weren't spiking their tickets, and I got a little annoyed. And I was like, spike your fucking tickets. And I went, bam. And I just sat there, and I looked at my hand, and everyone's just staring at me. And I just very calmly went, don't do that.
And if you don't know what he's talking about, it's just a little metal spike. Like this, and all you do is you just punch the tickets on it, and they just stack up, and then you throw them away. Let's show you. I'm done with it. We keep record of it, right? Oh my God, you stabbed yourself with a darn.
Oh yeah, through the hand. Missed all the bones in my hand somehow. Oh, burns. Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
the burns,
burns, bro. Oh my God,
bro.
burns.
Jeff, you'll appreciate this one. Where I currently work at, my flat top was made in like 1959. No shit.
So it was made right.
Right? It's solid steel. Bronzy, thank you for the biddies. But it's right around waist level and everything. But there's no, I mean, the flat top runs all the way to the edge, and there's a big hunk of metal right there that is part of the flat top. It's hot as hell too. Yeah, don't ever drag your belly when you're reaching up to grab something on the flat top. Oh, Jesus Christ, don't ever do that. That hurts.
I bet that was fun, exciting.
Oh, it was. I said, oh, shoot.
We used to have at the Beltree burger special on Friday. And the oven that we had, I had a 6-eye burner and a little bitty flat top. And I would grill mark the burgers and then try to finish them off quickly on the flat top because it was like a $6 burger, right? So it was a special. I mean, they'd be like, and these weren't the small burgers. And I didn't burn myself, but I could have. The grease caught on fire. The grease is on. So I had patties on the flat top, and they were on fire. And I'm sitting there going I'm thinking, holy shit! I'm like, oh my God, I don't have time for this. And my boss walks in. At times she goes, oh my God, there's a fire. I said, yeah. Tell me when I turn so I can get this side of my face tan, and the other side, look, it can match my one side of my face because it was a fire. A fire. I just took a sheet pan and just covered all of them up. Like. Again, if you work in the kitchen, your hands get used to heat. Like, you can grab things. I'm slowly starting to get, I got feeling in my fingers, but, like, I can grab, like, tea bags, squeeze them out. I can sometimes grab a pan that's been out of the oven, just came out. Like, I can grab it and move it sometimes. Like, I don't feel it much in these fingers much anymore, like I used to. So, I mean...
Walking right up and grabbing a steak right off the grill.
Yes, there's been times where like you grab it and you flip it, right? You're not meaning to do it, but it's like, and sometimes like I don't want to say you have to. It's like, oh man, real quick, you're like, oh man, that was hot, woo! It's oh God, yeah. All right, to tag on to our other stories here. Yeah, get the same way taking things in out of a powder coat.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. One guy I was working with tried to clean the fire oil without turning them off. Oh, what an idiot. They caught fire.
Oh, my God.
What an idiot. He poured water in the grease?
Oh,
what
my
an
God.
idiot. Oh, my God. Slap him with an idiot sticker.
That's just one of those, well, boy, you're on your own.
Oh, my God. Okay, I got a big one here. What is one time you working in the kitchen that you were like, I quit. I'm leaving. I'm done. Like, I'm not doing this no more. I'm done. Have you had a moment like that?
Yes, I have. When I walked in, I got called. They were like, "Hey, we know you just finished a 12-hour shift." And I'd been off work for like 40 minutes. I was across the street having a couple of beers across the street. And they're like, "Hey, we need you back here right now." And I was like, "Why?" And they're like,
"Whoa! Thank you for this top shot."
They go, "You'll see when you get here." I was like, "Don't ever say that to me if you want me to show up." So I walk in the door. The charbroiler is just in flames. The Ansel system is going off everywhere. And when I walk around the corner to the back door to the kitchen, one of the line cooks is just sitting on 2 milk crates with the 1,000-yard stare, smoking a cigarette. And I said, "What happened?" And he goes, "It just went off, man."
Like, fuck.
It just went off.
Like, screw it. I'm done. I'm done for the night.
And I'm done. This guy going, "Okay, are you going to kill everybody?" And I come to find out, I walked in the door and I seen what happened, and they started yelling at me. And I was like, "Wait, I wasn't even here." Come to find out, there was a malfunction in the fire suppression system, and it just went off in the middle of dinner rush. And I was like, "Oh, dear God." And that's when I seriously debated about if I really wanted to keep my job or not.
Oh, God.
Yeah. Now, for those who don't know, when the Ansel system goes off, the fire suppression system goes off in a kitchen.
Space powder everywhere.
Oh, yeah, which means everything from the ceiling to the floor has to be sanitized. All food has to be thrown away, re-cleaned. Oh.
So that pretty much means you're not cooking anymore the rest of the night in there. There's no if buts
can't
about
open
it.
back up without the health inspector coming back in and recertifying the kitchen.
Yeah. Oh my God. Oh God.
And a fire marshal.
Oh God. So this happened at the. A lot of things happened at the Beltree. Okay, this was some guys that I worked with went on strike one day, and they got $1 an hour raise, and one guy there stayed working, got $100 and $100 an hour raise. Wow. If I went on strike, they tell me to shut up and get back to work.
Right.
This happened on St. Patrick's Day. Again, the Beltree was my first official. Ooh, Kitty with the 100 biddies.
Kid, thank you for that.
At the Beltree, there was my first official kitchen working in, and my boss at the time knew I was really good on the line cooking on the hot side. Because I multitask very well. I could at the time I could do like 5 or 6 at a time. I was just very, and it was on it. And I was loud. And I was like, hey, yeah, take yourself, blah, blah, blah. And I was always on it. On this day, St. Patrick's Day, there were three owners. There were 3 owners. They decided today we're gonna do corned beef and cabbage, right? And also this was a Saturday night. We just got done having an extremely hard night on Friday night. It was packed. I'm talking. We didn't stop serving until like 2 o'clock in the morning. It was like one of those like, can these mofo's stop coming in? I know it's a sports bar, so we stopped serving drinks at 2, but they can still order food. I'm thinking, I'm gonna lose my mind here. It was a long night. They come in and said, all right, we gotta cook corned beef and cabbage, and we're gonna serve it as a special. So as I'm trying to get everything else ready for lunch, because we serve lunch and dinner, all the same menu. I got all this stuff I have to prep. So the whole time I'm getting like, we gotta get this corned beef slice. All this good. Like I legit looked at my boss and said like, if you say corned beef and cabbage one more time, I'm driving home. I will drive home. I nothing wrong with St. Patrick's Day at all. I love the holiday, right? But I was like, I'm done. I'm done with this shit. I ain't cooking no corned beef and cabbage. Like I was like,
an Irish pub on St. Patrick's Day. I cooked 700 pounds of corned beef.
No.
I had to start 3 days ahead of time. And
kitchens are not a joke though, Calamity. If a kitchen is run I can't say right. It is smooth. I'm talking smooth. Before you know it, man, time is up. It's time to go home and clean up. It's smooth, right? When there's any kind of chaotic mess, oh my God, shit. If it's going to happen, it's going to happen that night. You know what I'm trying to say? Everybody's going to order everybody's going to order the same flipping thing, and that one person will come in at 2 o'clock in the morning and be like, oh, I'm going to get this. Like, but I'm 86. I'm out. I've been out since 10 o'clock. We know this. Why you gonna push it through? You gotta go back there and just slicing the roast beef on going cling, cling, cling. All that frustration. Oh man.
Like for example, today, I live in Northern California. When I say Northern California, I'm talking northern. I live in Redding, California, where all the forest fires happen. I live just south of the Oregon border, so northern. Mount Shasta I can see from my house, which is a volcano and a ski resort. Sounds legit. So every couple of years we get a snowstorm, and which we're in the middle of one right now. And because it is California, people have lost their damn minds. I had 2 people not show up in the kitchen. None of the servers showed up today for lunch. So normally a 3-person line, yeah, there's me. My executive chef comes in after he has to use a chainsaw to cut his way out of his neighborhood to come into work to save my ass. And the guy who decided he wasn't going to show up to work was like, well, they're not going to fire me. And I was like, you mother... Nah.
I'll cut you when I see you in your next shift.
Oh, yo. I mean, even the bartender... ended up being the server and the bartender. The owners came in, and the owners were like, "Do you guys need help?" And we're like,
"Nah, we don't need shit."
Food, and it was
Grab a
just,
serving tray, start, that goes to table 11.
And we were stupid busy. For some reason, in this town where I live in, when it snows and the town shuts down, everybody goes to the bar or goes to the restaurant and drinks. It's just one of those. I'm like, what is wrong with you people?
We have a different different clientele where I live at. I live in North Carolina. If you follow any golf, Pinehurst area where they have the U.S. Opens, there's 18,000 golf courses where I live at. And every one of them has a kitchen. There are very fine restaurants in the area, and there's your little mom and pop places, right? They're all nice, but the clientele, you got extremely millionaires, and then you got the people like us, right? You mingle these two together, it could be chaotic mess. I don't like it, right? So you have your area, right? It's snowing, they will come in. They did the exact same thing, right? So you're gonna have the I'm gonna say normal people, your everyday workers are gonna get they're gonna drink their beer, their liquor. Then you have the people gonna drink their wine. They want does this my wine match? Is this gonna go along with my steak I'm gonna eat? I mean, I did 78 hours. I did a 78-hour week one time in August. Wow.
Hoods were broken. Oh, fuck!
I did that before. Yeah.
I have a song about that. It's beginning to look a lot like fuck this.
Right. So, where you live at, it really does depend on how service is, and I mean, and the people itself can be rude, and it can get a little chaotic, and just stuff that you see, like out at the sports bar, man. When it comes to drinking time, and see, I'm a big guy. I'm not tall by any means. I'm broad-shouldered. I'm short, stocky. People look at me like, you lift weights? No, that's I'm big-chested. They put me at the bar. They pulled me out of the kitchen. I had white Crocs on, camouflage shorts, and a yellow Beltree shirt with my apron on, and a Titleist golf hat on, right? Because it was hot. I knew it was going to happen at night. It was hot, humid, August day. They go, Richard, chef, go to the front door. Nobody else comes in. I'm like, what? Me? Like, yeah, you're a big guy. I went, what's that got to do with the price of tea? There's some big mofos out there. I ain't getting tangled up with that. So here I am, kitchen, front of the house staff, and back of the house staff are totally different animals. Right? The back of the house people, and Calamity, you can verify this, we have that, I don't give a crap. Pirates. I don't give a crap what you think, right? I don't care. For that, like, you gotta be polite to the guest stuff. I take my big tail to the front door. I'm sitting there. I put my hand across the door. Like, we're past our fire code. Nobody else can come in. This and that. I don't know. These two big mofos walk up. I'm not exaggerating. They were over 6 feet tall. They've been hitting the gym a lot. They're like, we're coming in. And I remember looking at their feet, looking up at them. Because I ain't intimidated too much from people. I said, look, bud, we're all three going to be hurting. Also, I'm going to tell you, because I'm going for throat, nuts, eyes. I don't care at this stage. I'm in the back cooking. If you could just work with me here, I appreciate it, man. We're giving out drinks to people in the bar. Like, if you could just chill out, when see people leave, we could, like, they're like, all right, man. They grab me. I'm like, oh, this is it. Like, all right, man, I feel you, man. You're the only person that's ever stood up to us like that. I'm like, oh my God, oh God, I thought I was a dunner. I thought I was about to get dragged out there in the street, and get my ass whooped by these two cock diesel mofos. But Calamity, you want to talk about hours, working hours? Hours.
Oh, Lord.
Hours at the Beltree. Okay, now feel me here. If we're all here, my work schedule will be from 9 a.m. to 4 a.m. in the morning. That was my daily work schedule. I did that for 6 months. And going to school at the same time. I did that for going to school. Oh, man. There were times I would go home. Why? Money was good. I was young and dumb. Yes, illegal, but dude, I'm getting paid $15 an hour. Who would not? If you tell a 21-year-old,
That's not illegal if you're over the age of 18.
Yeah, if I'm
a popular belief, I mean, it's a voluntary contract.
yeah.
If they say we're going to schedule you 110 hours a week, are you okay with that? And if you do it, guess what? That's fine. That's not illegal.
Now, if you're 16 years old, you can only work 4 hours. I know that in state of North Carolina. 4 hours,
Correct.
that's it.
Yeah, exactly.
4 hours, you're like, get off. Get off the clock. You have to. If not, I ain't getting hit with child labor laws. We ain't doing that. Oh, buddy, you ain't talking about overtime tax? Man, I got that right there. But hey,
I've got a meme about overtime taxes.
But I'm gonna tell you this though, but till this day, I wouldn't go back and change it because I learned so much and had some of the best time of my life doing that. So much fun, met so many people. I really knew what I was capable of doing at that age. It showed, right? And if anybody that's working in the kitchen, you have to be a little bit unstable.
That shit crazy.
You have to be a little bit unstable. We all know this. You have to be a little bit unstable to work in the kitchen. And the people that you meet, man, my God, some of the people we will hire, oh my God, I feel like this guy in jail.
No, straight up, it's one of those. Hey, just so you know, I'd catch my guy smoking weed in the walk-in or whatever, and I'm just like, do me a favor, just don't get too fucked up.
Yeah. Stay here with me here. No, get a little bit above earth. Let's stay on the ground. Just come off the ground just a little bit, but still be here. Now the country club, the country club. Mason, you've worked at restaurants, right? Have you ever worked at a country club before?
No, I have not.
So country club was a lot like that, but again, like not every day. There's a golf tournament or dinner, right? But for a while there, my schedule said, let me see here. My schedule said AFD. That's what my schedule said. If you don't know what AFD means, that means all fucking day. My schedule said that Monday through Sunday for like I worked a solid month before with no days off. AFD. Every time I go to the work schedule, look at it, I go, oh God, I just knew it. Like,
the one place I worked at, and I said I would never do it again, and I haven't done it, and this was 16 years ago. My schedule was open to close, and I did open to close 68 days in a row before they were like, we're getting complaints that your temper is not.
Yeah, it happened.
I was just like,
oh my! That leads me to another story. Hey, we got stories. Y'all think y'all ready?
We need
to get Calamity in this piece too with us talking about stories.
Oh yeah.
So on that whole month, I'm working, right? Again, I'm young still, right? So at this stage, I'm now I'm the sous chef, so I'm underneath the executive chefs. I have a lot of stuff.
Jesus.
I have I have to do a lot of things under the executive chef that they don't want to do, I would say. But again, I'm learning. I want to do this. On this day, the dishwasher, bless her heart, but she came off mean day. She said some inappropriate things to me. As I'm sitting there chopping up the pineapple and the cantaloupe for my trays to get ready for lunch, I'm bowling, right? This is like day 42 of working straight, these long hours. Like I'm sitting there, I'm fuming. I'm thinking. She says it again. I take this whole cantaloupe that has not even been cut and I sling it at the trash can, and I hit the wall behind the trash can. It goes everywhere because I put some pop behind it, and when it smashed, I said, "Now you clean that shit up because that's your job." My boss, she goes like, "Whoa, get on the golf cart." Get on the golf cart. She goes, I want you to stand up for yourself, but we need you to dial it down a notch. It's starting to get a little bit too chaotic in the kitchen. I was like, look, I need to go home. 3 o'clock, I'm going home. I need to go home. I need to get away from this place. After a while, the brain and little ticks, little triggers, they start getting you. You start going like, man, you say that to me right now. I'm thinking like, they can't find you if I want to get rid of you. I've been on this golf course too much. I've seen some places.
Oh yeah. Well, it's just like I've walked into the mornings, and on day like 45, and I walk right in. Don't say a word. Walk right behind the bar.
I did not get fired.
And they're just like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "Boom, leave me alone." And I walk into the kitchen, and they're just like, "Are you gonna pay for that?" And I'm like, "Nope." It's just when you get
you gonna pay for that.
man,
Like if you don't give me this drink,
like that. When you do things like that, there's a reason for that. It's one of those 100%. Look, I'm done. Stick a fork in me.
All right. Have you ever cooked for any celebrities before that you know?
Yes, I have cooked for and served different celebrities. I mean, I did this in Washington D.C. I bartended in nightclubs in New York and D.C. for a lot of years.
You'll name some of these celebrities. See if we know any of them.
Britney Spears.
Oh, okay.
Yep. She threw a tissy fit when we wouldn't serve her because she wasn't 21 yet. Michael Jordan on more than one occasion. I've served and cooked for him. Same with Scottie Pippen.
Mm-hmm. I have a Michael Jordan story. I have one.
Okay.
Michael Jordan was a member at the country club I worked at Pinehurst. Again, I'm mostly seen sports athletes most of the time. I dealt with them. When he came in, everybody's like, "Oh man, like Michael Jordan's coming in. Like he has a house there, own property there." I was like, "That's kind of cool. I wouldn't mind, seeing this man." So when he came in, he had a nice little Lamborghini pulled in. He sticks his head in the gate. Well, when there's like big old swinging doors, he pops his head in. He's like, "Yo, big man, is the boss here?" Talking about my executive chef. I said, "Yeah." I said, "I'll let you know you're here." And again, like it's Michael, it's Michael fucking Jordan. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, yo, bro. Like I'm trying to stay cool, calm, and collected. But here's one of my all-time favorite players growing up. It's Michael Jordan, right? So I go in there and tell my boss, I'm like, Mr. Jordan's here to talk to you. She's like, "Oh my God, he wants dinner." She's like, "Do you want to work the dinner?" I went, "Yes." Why not? So he gives her his menu. Well, the person, his whatever, he had like somebody working for him to take all that little stuff. Gives me the menu. After lunch service, I start prepping everything. I have to drive over to the house. Now, granted, when he come in, he just wasn't him. He had Michael Bolton with him. Again, I'm arm's length from these people. Like in the kitchen at their house, like I'm talking to him. Michael Bolton was with him. A PGA Tour player named Luke Donald. I don't know if y'all know PGA. And some other basketball players that I didn't know at the time. I had no idea who they were. So as I'm cooking them dinner, Michael Bolton is in there talking to me. Looks like I'm a regular human being, and I'm sitting there freaking out, right? I was like, "Baby, I'll be honest with you. My mama loves you." He's like, he's just such the softest voice. Go like, "Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that, man." I'm sitting there, I'm like, "Dude, you're Michael and Bolton, bro." As I'm sitting here, like flipping asparagus in the pan, like cooking for him, like I'm at like your house, like cooking. And at this time, Michael Jordan walks into the living room. The drinker's 6'6", like 6'5". He's tall. Mm-hmm. The PGA Championship is happening right now. Tiger Woods on the screen. He gets his cell phone out and calls Tiger Woods. And says, "Dude, what are you wearing? You need to get an outfit. You need to get an outfit out of my closet. You wearing that trash?" I'm sitting there going like, "Oh my God, this man just dogged this joker." But at the club we weren't supposed to receive tips. I had to cook for 2 nights. He paid me $500 cash tip that night. Michael
Jordan is notorious for tipping extremely well.
Yeah, he tipped me very well, and I took care, and I made sure everything was good to go. But the second part I met Michael Jordan, I got to meet Tiger Woods. And as you know me, I have no problem trash talking whatsoever. I will trash talk to a certain extent, nothing like vulgar and anything like that.
Oh, you're respectful.
Yeah, kind of respectful. And I'm not a Tiger Woods fan at all. At this time, I'm not on like Tiger Woods. I just don't. Right? He's just an arrogant person, and this just leaded it more when I met him. So my Tiger Woods isn't that tall, right? He's not that tall. He's about 6 feet tall, which is tall, I guess. He's above average. Michael Jordan walks in, and at this time, my boss wants me to run the omelet station out front so the members can do it. Well, he walks up to me. He's looking at what I have. He goes like, "Well, why don't you have mushrooms?" And I said, "Well, the members normally don't order it, so I don't cut it up. But if you would like, I can go to the back and cut you some up if you would like mushrooms on your omelet, sir." He pulls that one card out. You don't pull this card. I'm like, don't you know who I am?
No. See that?
Nope. Right. I politely said I don't follow the NBA. Right. I know who he is. I said, sir, I don't follow the NBA. Michael Jordan already knows I'll talk trash. He just buckled at the bar and says, my man got you good. My man got you good. Bo, I'm going to tell you something. I cried. I'm in the back going, I just got Tiger Woods, cuz. What's up? And I'm cutting the mushrooms. I'm like, I fulfilled my day. But, you know, being that close to, like, legit, like, me being that close, like, I've met both Peyton Mannings, the brothers, Peyton and Eli. I've met Mark McGuire. I've met Roy Wins, for UNC basketball coach. I've cooked for some high-ranking generals. I've cooked for quite a bit of people, and I've got to chit-chat with them. Peyton Manning was not the nicest person to me. He was very rude. Very rude. I low-key, back in my thought, like, I could break this guy's leg if I had to. I done sized him up. I wasn't terrified of him. I was like, I can take this joker. I think I can take him.
Jim Kelly. Douchebag.
Jim Kelly. Okay. I think I say is it Kevin Costner? The guy that played did Dancing with the Wolves. Is that the same? Is that okay? Costner, okay. So I like Tin Cup, the golf movie Tin Cup.
Oh, that was an awesome.
He came in. He came into we had a member guest tournament. He came there as a guest. We had action stations in this tent, and we're cooking. And he come up to me, and I knew exactly who he was. He goes like, man, that steak's looking good. I said, what you need, Roy? Like from Tin Cup, his name was Roy. Wow. He looked at me, winked at me, was like, yeah, Plain knows what I'm talking about. I thought that was the coolest shit ever when he knew oh, man. Yes, dude, there was some great memories. And PGA Tour players, I have met a bunch of them. I've met Maisie will know Jim Kelly, the Buffalo quarterback back in there, or Jim Kelly?
That Jim Kelly.
Oh, so you met, he wasn't a polite person?
Kelly. He was at the time was a horrible human being. I'm sure he's probably changed now, but he real quick to hit on guys' wives and stuff, and he'd always have a couple of linemen with him, and he'd be like, I'm Jim Kelly, I can do whatever I want. That type of guy.
Oh God. Terry Bradshaw, I heard him coming in from as soon as he came to the clubhouse. That man is so loud.
Oh yeah.
So loud. Terry Bradshaw. That's a big man too. Jerome Bettis, I know why they called him the Bus.
Oh yeah.
He wasn't very tall, right? He wasn't like tall, but like, my God, the width of his shoulders. I'm looking at him in the pro shop. Had to bring lunch to the pro shop for the guys that day, and he was in there getting some pullovers and shirts. I'm just looking at him. I'm like, I got to hold the Super Bowl ring they won. I think somebody said they held a ring. Who said that? Is it Calamity? Was that you? That said you got
World
to hold
Series rings, yeah.
Where I got to hold the Super Bowl ring that the Steelers won that year. That was wild. Again, like, I have a big ring finger. Like, I wear like a size 13 or 14. It just went on my finger like it was nothing. Massive. I was like, and just the size of this man. I couldn't imagine having shoulder pads on this piece and him coming through the line and hitting somebody. It had to hurt. I just was like, Jesus. So I got to experience meeting a lot of people like that. It was just, and I got to meet Jack Nicklaus. I think he's one of the all-time greatest golfers ever. Super cool man. Very polite. He come up and grab me. When you're working in the kitchen, you don't come up behind somebody and grab him. He low-key caught the left hook. He about got it. Like, he caught me off guard. Because I'm sitting there, right? When I left Forest Creek, I worked at the National, which is the only Jack Nicklaus course design in Pinehurst. So it's like really exclusive. I'm back there. I was grill marking something on the grill, and they were walking them in there, and I can't hear because everything's going on in the kitchen. He come behind me and, like, grabbed my shoulders like this, like, grabbed me. And I was like, bro, don't you? I was like, Draco, I thought it was one of my friends, like, playing a joke on me, you know? Like, man, I'm cooking, don't grab me like that. I was like, oh, Mr. Mr. Nicholas, you know? I got to make sure I say his name right. He's scared the hell out of me.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. I mean, I don't care who you are. I don't care who you know. I don't care who you blow. I don't care how much money you got. You walk through my kitchen, you better be polite and respectful.
Actually, not supposed to.
I may slip while carrying a pot of boiling water.
Yeah, and say, who the?
Yeah,
you call him Mr. Palmer? No, I called him Mr. Nicholas. I about called him Jack Nicholas. I said Mr. Nicholas. But he caught me off guard, like, because where he had to come grab me, like, I'm behind the line. Like, he had to go past the ovens, past the flat top, and come back there. And we're not talking, like, it's not a wide spot for to work on the hotline in the kitchen. It's not.
Oh,
like,
no.
He came back there and, like, grabbed me. I was like, yo, player. Turn around with that, about Ronda Rousey'd his ass. You know, I about took him out. You know, like he's not supposed to be back there with me because he could get hurt or slip or fall, bust his head. Could you imagine me being put like this and they give him the DX move when he did it? I'm not trying to be mean.
Oh, my God, I killed Jack Nicholas on the line.
Oh, God, could you imagine that?
I've seen somebody walk on the line before, and somebody was turning around with a knife in their hand, didn't know they were there, and the guy got stabbed.
Oh, my God.
You know, little things like that. I mean, we play with knives and fire all day.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I could break down the body pretty. I better be careful I say that.
Oh yeah.
If I can butcher a cow, I can take care of it. Okay.
It's like,
Mark Wahlberg and other guys shooting Derek Jeter.
I'm like, is that a rhetorical question, or are you looking for recipes?
You shot Derek Jeter. You remember that movie, The Other Guys, with Mark Wahlberg and he shot Derek Jeter? There's like Game 6 of the World Series. You shot Jeter. Oh my God, dude! Like stories. I mean, like again, we're just taking the top off of the stories. I know that I have. I used to have a coconut at Forest Creek. Anytime it was chaotic and I had to run down to the cooler. And it was just, I would take this coconut and I would slam it into the rack in the kitchen. Just go, bam, 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 bam. Just get that frustration out. It's like, can these people stop coming in? It's like I've done served 250 people for lunch. I got dinner service I gotta get ready. Like this is getting on my nerves. Like all they want's a damn hot dog all the way, and I'm running a hot dog. It's like, what the God's name's going on? And shrimp potato fries. Like, what is this?
Man, sweet potato fries, man, they kiss my ass.
I don't like sweet potato fries. I won't eat sweet potato fries. Oh, all right. Another thing, I don't know, like Christmas time or holiday time, you have to make like the same thing every single year or make mass amounts of them.
And we're prepping for Valentine's Day.
Oh, okay. Now, chocolate covered strawberries, all that.
I know lobster.
Order
crab stuffed lobster. All this.
Here's calamity. You serve 500 people, then the next person comes in. I want a grilled cheese. You're like, what the? or they know, like people know that one thing that you don't have a lot of, right? Like you didn't prep that one thing. Dude, they order it, and you're sitting there in your mind going like, if I find who this person is, I'm looking at their car, lights and button, I'm gonna follow home, and be like, why? Ask them why.
I got 3 orders of pastrami left. Next table.
5. They got 5. You're like,
I'm just like, mother.
You got cankles.
Here I am screaming things like I'm cursing entire bloodlines.
Oh God. Anything that you have to cook the most of that you won't eat it now. There's something because I got one of them. I will eat one of them, but that's it. I start going it's like no.
Brussels sprouts.
Oh God, they're nasty in general. God, they stink.
Yeah, but I mean, for real, Brussels sprouts, lobster.
Not my lobster.
Lobsters are cockroaches of the sea.
Not true.
Yes, very true. They're cockroaches of the sea.
Speaking of lobsters, oh my God, stories, people. I got stories. Mm-hmm. When they would come in, they'd still be alive.
Yep.
We found out because our cooler was at the maintenance barn. So we realized if we get them out of the ice and get them out in the sun, they start coming alive a little bit more. We would race the lobsters down there with the maintenance crew. We'll take bets, right? Like $1 bet. The dude, they'd be like, what took so long? Damn, man, Jimmy whooped our ass down there that day, man. He took his lobster. The one with the blue rubber band around that car, man. He took it, boy. He came out hot, dude, man. You know, had to enjoy it. And then one of them, rubber band came off. That motherfucker was like this, like, you know, bro, you ain't picking me up, cuz. Like, cuz, what's up? You ain't getting me. Man. And if that sucker gets you, play it, it's done. But my thing, chocolate chip cookies.
Oh no! I worked with a chef who, and I don't know why he started doing this, but when he started doing this, it was him and his goddamn Ghirardelli chocolate brownies that he would make from scratch. And he would make those, and he would make like Butterfinger brownies or Heath Bar brownies, you know, things like that. And it's just one of those, man, I know you're gay, but, you know, you're going to convert me with your brownies. I mean, it's just, oh my God.
Chocolate chip cookies. One Christmas, they wanted to do some type of cookie thing where we left out on the counter for members to eat. They were free to eat cookies. And my boss had a awesome chocolate chip cookie recipe, and I legit made over probably 600 or 700 chocolate chip cookies. Oh, at first at first it smelled so good, right? It's like, oh my God, these smell so good. And I'm thinking I'm making batches, right? A big old commercial size mixer. I'm making cookies, right? Yeah, I said cookies. That's right. I made so many, like, it took me like 2 days to get this all done. Making this many. I couldn't stand the smell of the chocolate. I legit went home that night and got sick. Like, it's like if you cut a lot of garlic, you smell it on your hands, you smell it like days after. That's all I was smelling was chocolate.
When you gotta make 1,000 anything, at that point, it's, again...
And then you had to be precise. They all had to be the exact same size. So I legit, like, this motion brings back memories of the scoop we had, the little poop. That, and I remember like, is this shit ever going to end? And I'm having to keep count. I had a little pad. I'd be like, the first batch, I had this many, like, boom, and just keep. I'd be like, oh my, dude, I'm about to lose my shit. I'm like number 400. I'm like, I'm done. I'm not doing this shit no more. I'm done. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon. I'm like, fuck, I got 4 more hours of this shit. I can't do this.
Yo,
if I had to make
there's a restaurant here in town.
Muffins? Oh, yeah. Muffins.
And never make them. Oh God, no. There's a restaurant where I work at here. I don't work here. I've gone in there and I've had their tots, and their tots are amazing. But they hand make their tater tots every day.
No.
They have an employee.
No.
Hold on, it gets better. They have an employee. I looked at the chef, and the chef's a friend of mine. I was like, wait a minute. Wait. You pay a guy 8 hours a day to hand make tots for you? And he goes, yeah. And I said, how does he keep saying? He goes, he's on a bunch of drugs. He's schizophrenic. He doesn't notice. And I was like, wow. It's all day long for 8 hours a day. This man makes handmade tater tots every day.
No.
5 days a week.
Not me.
Like, yeah, exactly. I'm like,
no.
Nope.
Mm-mm. Shredding up. I love tater tots. That would push me away. Imagine having to shred up all in the food processor. Shredding up all them potatoes.
And
then like patting them by hand with the egg and everything. Like, no.
Man, the egg, the flour, and
no.
Nope.
I will fist fight somebody in the parking lot, and I guarantee I can take out Mike Tyson if I had to do that. Hands down.
Yeah.
The aggravating part. It was like, that'd be like me on St. Patrick's Day cooking the corned beef and cabbage. Like, I'm ready to throw hands. I don't care if you're the heavyweight UFC fighter. You better put money on me, because it's gonna come down. I'm fighting dirty, right? And we're already at that stage. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just
one of my nightmares I used to have when I would cook.
The ticket printer.
We're on the same page, player. When you be sitting there cooking, my machine was up here, right? It was up here. So he go roll out. I would be at home, right? I'd wake up and I look right there at it every single time and go like, Oh God, I'm at home. Like, oh my God. Because dude, the'd be so busy that somebody should just be down here just curling up more. I'd be sitting there going, and be like, oh my God.
Let me ask you a question.
Okay.
To this day, when you go out to a restaurant, you hear a chicken printer, your head automatically stops.
I do. I have done that before.
In your back of your mind, it's shut the up.
Or you get that sick feeling, you're like, oh my God, this is happening again. Yeah.
Right?
Oh, well,
make it stop.
At the end of me working at the clubs, I would have to get really good at reading the waitress's handwriting. You know? They'd be like, this is how to be, chat. This is how it would be. They'd be like, can you read this? You'd be like, and of course, we have got to see so much handwriting, so much chicken scratch. I could probably read that if that was something. Yeah, that's a tilapia, no rice on the side. They want your name is like, okay, that's it, right? You're like, son of a bitch, I gotta read that. My I write pretty as a male. I write really good. What are you talking? That's just me just jibber jabbering. Clint, I hurt my feelings.
Now it's with the POS systems and everything else, man. I will get tickets. It'll be a two-top, but the ticket will be, a good 14 inches long, and all I see is red. And the first thing I yell at is white people, because they mod the menu. And I'm like, why do we have menus? Why do we have this thing that says this is what the dish is?
I want a BLT.
Say, give me a chicken breast, a side of rice, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, we don't even serve this shit.
Let me get a BLT without tomatoes and lettuce. And you're sitting in the back going, you just want a bacon sandwich. What the fuck? Why you gotta call it a BLT?
I'm in California, so it's add avocado to everything.
Oh, God.
Can I get a BLT? Can I get a BLTA vegan? Wait, what? On gluten-free bread. What do you want instead of bacon?
I want a lettuce as my sandwich. I want lettuce here, and I want a lettuce sandwich.
Order a salad, you rat bastards.
Inventory. I couldn't say they're doing inventory. I absolutely had inventory. I mean, but again, we're only scratching the surface. All right, one thing. This is another thing I had. What is your go-to dish if you had to, let's say they come in and that one dish you know how to cook, top down, rock and roll all night if you could do it. One dish. I'm not talking dish. It's not like PB&J. We're like a dish.
Oh, that would beef stroganoff.
Ew. I hate beef.
No, beef. No. The way that
I don't like beef stroganoff personally. That's just me.
No, neither do I. But that's one of those dishes. Live at it is one of the biggest sellers for some ungodly reason. The other dish would be, obviously, a nice ribeye and New York strip steak. I'm a meat guy. Steaks.
I think mine will have to be the shrimp and grits I used to have to make. Shrimp and grits.
Yeah, well, we do actually have shrimp and grits on our menu here, and the way we do it is a little different.
I think mine had a little Cajun kind of swing to it that I used to have to make. That was pretty good. Well, I can tell you right now exactly how we make it. This is crazy. I can't remember it. Cut up tomatoes and bacon. Saute them up. Salt and pepper. When they start sweating good, put the bacon. Not the bacon, but the shrimp in. Six shrimp, tails on. Put them in there. Then I would hit it with Cajun seasoning, a hint of that, and a little bit of paprika, and a little. I'm talking a pot. I just squeeze the thing of Cajun seasoning on it.
I gotcha.
Flipped them. I flipped them really good. We used Pine and Post white wine. Pine and Post. I don't know if you heard that wine before. Pine and Post. I would use that, catch it on flame. When the flame go down, I hit it with heavy cream, and then let it reduce down on the grits. Oh my God. And if it wasn't the right way plated, my boss will get back to me. I have to redo it. I learned that quick. If it had to be that way, it had to be that way. No ifs, buts about it.
Well, that's the main thing is
consistency.
100%. 100%.
I learned that. I learned that quick.
Always has to be that way.
And now when I went to Forest Creek, I started doing the cooking competitions, like the Iron Chef, the mystery basket competitions.
Mm-hmm.
So I did that in AC in American Culinary Federation, and college and everything. Where I would take your normal salad, right? Your normal, I don't know, Cobb salad or whatever, and I'll have to think outside the box on how I would want to present it, right? So I will be thinking like off the crazy wall. One of the coolest things I ever made, and it come to me from watching Top Chef on A&E. The man he melted sugar down and wanted to make a teardrop. So he put like a little bitty ring, like you're gonna blow sugar. Remember that ordeal? Remember that was kind of popular back in the day.
Uh-huh.
So I would blow sugar and make like a long kind of tube and leave like a ball in the middle and pour the vinaigrette into the sugar and like kind of like lay it on an angle, so you would have to bust the sugar open and your dressing will fall over. Like I had to go like that extreme.
Wow.
In some of these competitions because again I'm like representing the country club, so that was one of the way of getting new people to come to the country club and be members there and seeing the other aspect of it. Like, dude, I would spend hours.
And I thought my pulled pork waffle cone was crazy.
I would spend hours on looking up. Yes, I did do woke up. I do have a medal. I did win a medal. I went to a couple competitions and I did good in one of them. But again, at this time, like I'm competing against executive chefs that's been in it for forever. So for me, and for me to place, I came in and I got a bronze medal. And for me to come in like third or in that division, I was beyond stoked. And this was in the competition. It was I had an hour and 15 minutes to make one entree, but 6 portions of it. With the mystery basket, I had no idea what was in it. So I had my basic staples, but I was on a stage with 4 other cooks beside me on their station and with people standing in front of me watching me cook.
Yeah, see that's a little bit different.
That I enjoyed the hell out of that, but it was stressful. And I always had to go
stressful.
and I always had to go more. Like my boss would be like, "Oh, you did good." Like a land tournament? Yeah, like a COD land tournament. Yeah, player.
Yeah.
I feel like the cooking was a tad bit more stressful because I had a certified master chef walking up and down, looking at everything. I had to stay clean. No, this took place in 2008. You may be able to find it on the internet. See what happened at Myrtle Beach Convention Center. You may be able to find me. I can see some pictures of me with my medal and stuff on that I won. But it was the most nerve-wracking. You have a certified master chef walking back and forth, like knows everything. I had to be clean, all white. If I got a dirty, you got points off. And then one of the mans that judged my plate created the Pop-Tart. Was the corporate chef for who owns the Pop-Tart? Is that Kellogg's?
Kellogg's, I think.
He comes up with all the flavors. Like he judged my plate, and I'm sitting there listening to him. He's like, "Yeah, we liked how you were looking on this plate here." I'm sitting there going like, and he'll do. I'm like, "This motherfucker made the Pop-Tart, bro. Your Wildberry Pop-Tart was the shit, player."
Right? No, man.
No, I don't have a Gordon Ramsay moment at all. I don't have nothing like that.
No. Well, I mean, it's the one cooking contest that I won was I did candied rosemary bacon wrapped meat. I used 50% ground beef, 50% Italian sausage, meatloaf sliders on a loaded mashed potatoes on a King's Hawaiian slider roll.
I love Hawaiian rolls.
Yeah, Bullet remembers that because I mean that's the one there. I made 1,100 of those.
Oh my God!
That made me 500, and then about 2 months later is where I did my apple whiskey soaked pulled pork on loaded mashed potatoes stuffed into a waffle cone. And I've got pictures of that. I actually took a waffle ice cream cone, stuffed it with loaded mashed potatoes, and then put a barbecue pork all over the top of it, and you walked around and was able to eat that.
That sounds really good. That's like a fat kid heaven right there.
Yeah, definitely. See if I can. I know I've got a picture of it somewhere.
And you know what was cool? You know, when I would do these competitions, I would practice it like in the kitchen. So like I would and you start mingling all these flavors. You're like, dude. And I remember like now, like right now, my brain. I'll have to get back to that, thinking about that's your.
There's a really good book by the guy who wrote the Flavor Bible. It's called the Flavor Matrix. It breaks down the science of what a flavor
shredded
is.
honey battered chicken and waffle cone will be so good. I'll bet it is good. Anything honey on
that
chicken.
That would be bomb. Oh yeah.
Oh, any heat, anything honey flavored with some heat, and you add the sugarness from the waffle cone. Oh my god, I'm done. You can stick a fork in me. I'm done.
Right?
And see, it's tough. Chicken and waffles. It's when people ask me, what's your main dish? You know, when people ask me that, it's like I don't have one dish like that's my go-to dish, because I had to cook so much of a lot of things, and like when you make so many things, like I feel like you'd be good at a lot of dishes, right? Like you could say a certain meat you're really good at cooking, or a side, but then you have to go above and beyond that. You have to think outside the box on it. Any scary people in your kitchens besides myself? Not really.
Pretty much everybody I work with. We're all batshit crazy.
We're all psychotic in a way. You have to be unstable. You have the one guy that he's gonna come in already pissed off, screaming, "Fuck this shit! I'm not tired of this." But they're gonna do their job, and and everybody's on the same page. When that one ticket comes in, you're like, "Look at this shit! Who's?" And you're like, you want to find the table. They're really like, "Where they at?" Boy, look at that goofy person there. I bet he ordered something like that.
And it's funny. You stick your head out of the kitchen, you look at the table, and you're like, "That's that motherfucker right there that ordered." You can tell by looking at him.
You look at it, that's that goofy person right there. And it's mean. Oh my god, I said some mean things in that kitchen. Some mean. Thank God we were a good ways off, because I'd be like, "You stupid." It'd be the stupid orders we talked about the other day when I had a 30. Was it 20? I think I had a 24-ounce New York strip steak. God, I can't talk. Well done. I'd be like, we fighting. I'm like, why? Or they'd be like, I want it charred, but I still want it to be juicy. And you're like, hell, don't we all? Shit. Like, I'll try my best, but I'm not a miracle worker here. Exactly. But yeah, I think everybody. I've never been in one kitchen when there was somebody lightheaded. If they were, they weren't in the kitchen long at all. They couldn't keep up with the. Now I will say, scariest people was my boss at Forest Creek. That lady was vicious. She was mean as a snake. She could be mean. But that's it. That's before she had her coffee, though.
Yeah, Chef, I just actually DM'd you a couple of the pictures of the waffle cone as well.
Okay.
I was wrong. It was not a King's Hawaiian slider. It was a pretzel slider.
Yes, Kitty. I feel you a lot about having a steak well done. You don't understand. When we were dating, we went out to eat. Did we go out to eat, honey?
Oh God! Just order chicken.
We went out to eat something, and she was like, "Oh, I think I want to get a steak." And she was like, "Well, I want it well done." I looked at her. I said, "If you put that back a well done steak," I said, "it's gonna come back messed up." I'm telling you that right now. Don't do it. Don't you do it. Don't you? She's laughing because I said that to her. I remember it. Don't do it. Don't you? I don't come. I feel them in the back. We got that connection. We felt each other. That person be like, "What the hell?"
My favorite is getting the 10-ounce filet mignon, well done, but don't butterfly it. I'm just like, all right, look, you're waiting an hour.
Yeah. Steak well done is how you do it. Calamity, I'm going to fight you. I'm not going to mispick it. If you like it well done,
well done. How you do it? Wait, please tell me, how do you do it? You tell me you're forgetting a word.
It's like, do you like your steaks well done? If you do, that's fine. It's a Judge Freeze on Planet Fitness. Okay. Oh yeah, medium rare. And if anybody that does like well done steak, there's nothing wrong with it. I just feel like, and I'm sure MrFantaastik, I hope feels the same way. You lose so much flavor.
Oh, 100%.
You lose it. You lose a lot of flavor when you cook it for that long. Like, you're not going to taste any of the seasoning at that point because it's gone. It's
none of the flavor
cooked.
of the meat. You're disrespecting the cow. It's just.
Do I critique my food when I eat out? For me, when I go out to eat, I'm a basic. I'm a burger, chicken. I don't. But there are some things. There are some things I will. I'm like a little nitpicky. If it's a nice restaurant, I won't critique or anything. I'll just be like, what the hell is this shit? Did I know this?
For me, I'm the same way as Chef. I'm very basic. I'm like, give me a good burger, a good steak, or whatever. If I'm out to eat and if I have to send a plate back, it's really, really, really wrong. I know how it is.
I pick with my wife. She likes I live in Sheridan more at Chili's, but the Cajun chicken pasta. She was like, "Oh my God, I love this. I love this stuff." And I was like, and I said, I can cook this at the house. This is easy. She's like, "Well," I said, "This shit's easy as hell. Oh, this is Alfredo sauce with chicken seasoning with damn Cajun seasoning and fettuccine noodles." I went, "Hell yeah, this is easy as hell." I'm not cooking that for you again. Mistakes happen, so no more understanding with it.
And Chef, you're gonna get in trouble with Miss Kitty over there.
I'll throw hands. I don't care. I will light.
She'll throw hands too.
I will light the fire. Nobody stands a chance. Oh, that's a long. That's
here's the thing. I don't care. I'm okay with people liking their steaks well done or whatever. I'm more than fine with it. It's when they start getting unreasonable, such as, I'm going to order a filet mignon, a steak that I charge $60. Where I work at, we charge $60 for this steak.
Ooh, thank you for the host, Tony.
And you want it well done, but you don't want me to butterfly it. I'm like, at this point, I'm ruining. There's just so many things wrong with this picture. The
weirdest request.
It's going to take me 45 minutes to cook this steak without ruining it. Or when somebody orders a well done steak and then complains that it's burnt. And I'm like, you ordered a piece of leather. Knock it off.
My Bullet asks, what's the weirdest request you've ever gotten?
Somebody that asked me to cut the crust off their club sandwich one day. I got a big FO out of it.
A chopped salad I take that back. We had a Friday night dinner and we had we had a blue cheese sauce for the steak that night or whatever, and the person come back and they didn't want the side we had for the steak. They wanted the steak, but they wanted the blue cheese dressing for the steak to be on top of the sweet potato fries. So then I had to go in the freezer and fry sweet potato fries to put the sauce on. And if you do this for one, it all comes out. Everybody's gonna want to try it.
100%.
So you're saying this ain't on the fucking menu, and I was like, oh my, and the guy goes, oh my God, this is so good. Jan, you gotta try this. And then the next time was like, I want what he's got. You're like, motherfucker. I gotta go all down and get it's just French fries. I got such better side than this. Oh my God. A chopped salad's the next one.
When it came to sweet potato fries, I started doing honey and dark chili powder. Drizzle honey over sweet potato fries, and then sprinkle dark chili powder over them. And man, people go nuts.
I couldn't do that. Ours was, if it was any special request, I could do it special request. But most of the time, if I cooked any sweet potato fries, it was just salt them, I toss them, and then put them on the plate. It was. But if it was something special on a menu we did for Friday night dinners, because again, Friday night dinners is not the regular menu, like, so it's not on the menu. You have to like request for it. It's just like, man, you're taking the value away from this time I put in this menu. Like, I understand, yeah, it's banging.
Well, about the whole weirdest request. Yeah, when customers come in and decide they want to design their own menu.
That's when it's
like for example, I worked at a place and we didn't have quesadillas. Customer threw a fit so bad that I was told to make a quesadilla. And the reasoning behind it was, oh, you have all the stuff to make a quesadilla. And I'm like, yeah, I have all the stuff to make a pizza too, but I'm not doing it. It's not the point. It's, the chefs, menus are designed for reasons. And when people go into restaurants and feel that they can just, a customer is always right. No, first of all, no, you're not. Most of you are idiots and have no idea what the hell you're talking about.
Oh, that's the real kid. That's the real cook coming out there.
It's, oh, I'm a foodie. No, you're not. Now, there are people who are foodies, and that's cool and everything. They respect the flavors, they respect the food, respect the work that's gone in to prepare the dish. It's when people come in and are just like, I ordered this and it wasn't made to my satisfaction, and I'm going to complain and trash you on social media because I walked into your restaurant and designed my own menu item and it wasn't how I make it at home.
Yeah.
The other one is when food allergies. Hey, look, I get food allergies. I get it, man. I understand. But I was working at a restaurant and a table requested for me to come out. So I put a clean chef's coat on, went out to the table. I introduced myself, it's like, hey, yada, yada. And the guy goes, here, just so you know, these are my dietary needs, and handed me a business card with a list of shit he could not eat. And I looked at the card and I stood there and he goes, what can you make me? And I said, you can have a glass of ice water. And I got the owners lost their minds when I said that to them. I was like, the guy could not have dairy, no eggs, no gluten, no MSG, nothing. And I was like, dude, you need to just
get a cup and shut the hell up.
Yeah, I'm like, dude, this is unreasonable.
I'm
all about customer satisfaction, but go fuck yourself with a cactus.
And Fernando asked, do the chefs design the menu? Now, I know for me, I worked at the Beltree. We had a set menu there, and it changed seasonal. When I was at the Country Club, we had a daily menu, and things would go and things would come on it normally. On Friday night dinners, it was something new every Friday. So yes, I would have to come up with menu, some of the dishes on the main menu, on the main menu, and lunch menu and dinner menu, which I still have all mine in a folder. I kept all of that.
Well, like where I work at now, the position I'm in, obviously the gentleman who had this position was there 17 years, and he retired. So they asked me to take his position, which was a huge honor for me. But part of my responsibilities is I design the special every day. I make the soups every day. Whatever I want to do, that's what we have.
Yeah.
And then, it's one of those things where I design the dish. I plate the dish. Whatever soups I want to do, that's no. It's like if I've got a bunch of lobster tails I'm getting ready to turn, guess what? I'll do lobster tacos and charge $22 for them.
Yeah.
So it's in most restaurants, the executive chef designs the menu. He costs it out. Not only is it for the restaurant, but you want somebody who knows how to work a kitchen, who knows how to work a line. Because, for real, I've seen dishes that were so complex they were not feasible to do during busy times.
Yeah.
If I've got an hour, man, I'll make you something absolutely amazing. Would I ever do it in the restaurant? Nope.
Yeah.
It's just not going to happen.
Inferno, I'll take a diner or a fish restaurant too. Because again, I'm simple.
Some of the best food I've ever had. You know, you pull up and you're just like, do I really want to eat here? Yes. When people start, overcomplicating breakfast, I'm like, dude, it's breakfast. Give me the souls of the unborn and some meat, and I'm happy.
Give me some bacon.
Souls of the unborn is eggs, by the way.
Yeah, I'll take a diner or a fancy restaurant because again, I'm simple. I like things that taste good. Just simple things, nothing crazy. Well, MrFantaastik, I think this was a good little podcast.
Oh yeah, it's fun. And by the way, if you really want a good breakfast, go to a truck stop.
You go to the bathroom after, but you'll be eating good.
Oh yeah.
Waffle House.
Man, the awful Waffle House, man. Don't give me, give them to me. Covered chunk diced in country, ham, cheese, tomato, and gravy on my hash brown.
Extra gravy, please.
Oh yeah.
Exactly.
I'm a big man,
I want to feel this when I go have it home. I get to a food coma and go, I ain't gonna make it home, guys. I gotta take the wheel.
Oh yeah. When I start grabbing War and Peace, when I gotta go to the bathroom, it's like if I'm not back and forth, it's forward my mail.
Well, I hope everybody enjoyed the podcast tonight. Talked about some good things. We did touch base a little bit about the cheating thing last week and the big tournament, the $250,000 tournament, which still I hope it's a light bulb. We hope. I don't know. It could be a money thing. We don't know.
Hopefully. I mean, rumor has it Activision is supposed to be addressing it. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Esports and all, how much it's grown. Again, it's just crazy. How much money is it now? It's now a career choice. Still blows my mind. It really is. In our kitchen stories, which I hope y'all enjoyed. Okay, I hope y'all enjoyed it. It is what it is. And again, that's just top taking a little bit off the bottom. I mean, there's so much more. So much more.
There's so many things. I mean, hell, we could have a just on Karens.
Yeah.
People losing their minds because, I had a customer who literally, if the soup was not boiling when it hit the table, where he could see the soup boil, he would send it back and say it wasn't hot enough every single time.
We have stories, people. Okay, if you've ever worked in the McDonald's to a fancy restaurant, there are stories to be told that happens.
Oh yes.
Well,
it's just insane.
Everybody that donated biddies and that subbed, and Tony, thank you, Tony, for the host. We appreciate all y'all. Look forward to more TGBG streams coming up in the future. I know. I'm not sure what next week's going to hold. If MrFantaastik will be back, or we'll have somebody new. Not quite sure yet. That's still up in the air. I enjoyed having MrFantaastik. It's been awesome.
It's been a lot of fun.
It's been awesome. If you don't come back next week, you'll be asked to come back again. Trust me. You'll be back.
Oh yes, I will. I love it.
But thank you for everybody that stopped by. Again, if y'all have any suggestions on some things we should talk about, feel free to tag TGBG on Twitter, TGBG Gaming on Twitter. Ask away. Look for maybe some survey questions on Twitter related to some things from the podcast. Just if you want to interact with the podcast, by all means, do. We're here. We look at the chat. We interact. We have fun, and we just love talking about all types of random things. Well, we're gonna hop off here, and we will see y'all on the next podcast. Again,
all right, we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you again, MrFantaastik, for stopping by.
Thank you, sir.
take chance, it's a new world, it's a new day, it's a new day, it's a new day.